What's up, everybody? Today we're diving into Alaska, one of the wildest, most mysterious places on Earth. You might picture snow and bears, but Alaska is so much more. Full of secrets and surprises you've never heard of. We've uncovered the craziest, most unbelievable facts, and we're counting down the top 10 that will blow your mind. Some of these are so wild, you'll question if they're even real. From its mind-bending size to natural phenomena you won't find anywhere else, Alaska is on another level. We're not just telling you, we're showing you, with epic footage. By the end, you'll never look at a map the same way again. Let's get started. Let's start with something wild. Alaska's coastline. You know, Florida, California, Maine. Add up all their coastlines and Alaska still has more, by a landslide. The entire U.S. coastline is about 12,383 miles. Alaska alone, over 33,900 miles. Include all the islands and inlets, and it's more than 47,000 miles. That's enough to wrap around the Earth's equator almost twice. Why? Thousands of islands, deep fjords, and a jagged, wild shape. Walking California's coast would take months. Alaska's, a lifetime. This isn't just trivia, it's a whole new scale of wild. There are beaches and cliffs that no one's ever set foot on. Alaska's coastline is so vast it creates its own weather and supports an incredible range of marine life. Other states' coastlines, tiny ponds compared to Alaska's ocean. The map doesn't do it justice. Alaska is a coastal giant. Imagine taking a boat and following the coast for months. You'd still be in Alaska. You'd see rainforests, glaciers, remote villages, and endless wilderness. That's the reality here. A coastline that's an endless frontier, and that's just the first fact. Ready for more? Let's keep going. The next one is literally out of this world. Alaska isn't just huge, it messes with time itself. Imagine living where, for months, the sun never sets. Midnight, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., the sun's still up. This is the midnight sun, and it happens every summer in places like Utqiagvik. For about 80 days, there's no night, just endless daylight. People use blackout curtains just to sleep. Kids play outside at 1 a.m. Tourists get totally disoriented. Your body has no idea when to eat or sleep. And in winter, the opposite. Over 60 days of darkness, called the polar night. Life adapts. Plants grow like crazy in non-stop sun. Animals change their routines and people live on a different clock. It's a world where sunrise and sunset just stop existing for months. While you're setting your alarm, remember, in Alaska, morning can disappear for months. It's a place where time bends and day and night lose all meaning. That's Alaska, where even time is extreme. And the next fact, it's even bigger. Let's go. You've heard of Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon, but Alaska's Wrangell St. Elias National Park dwarfs them all. It's over 13.2 million acres, bigger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Switzerland combined. You could fit 6 Yellowstones inside and still have room left. It's the largest national park in the U.S., and most people have never heard of it. Inside massive volcanoes, the continent's largest subpolar ice field, and 9 of the 16 tallest U.S. peaks. There are only 2 gravel roads. Most of the park is unreachable by car. To explore, you need a bush plane or serious mountaineering skills. From above, it's endless mountains, glaciers, and rivers. No roads, no cities, just pure wilderness. You could land and be the first human ever on that spot. While other parks are crowded, this one is almost empty, a true wild frontier. It's a reminder that real wilderness still exists. And this is just one part of Alaska. Ready for more? The Northern Lights, bucket list for most people, right? In Alaska, especially near Fairbanks, you can see them over 240 nights a year. That's not luck, it's just normal life here. Alaska sits under the auroral oval, the best spot on Earth for auroras. On a clear night, the sky explodes with green, pink, and purple ribbons, sometimes slow, sometimes pulsing fast. It's not a faint glow, it's a full-sky spectacle. Locals get aurora forecasts with their weather. There are even glass-domed lodges just for watching the lights. For Alaskans, the Northern Lights are just part of winter. While the rest of the world chases a glimpse, here it's just another night. The sky becomes a living masterpiece. It's a privilege, and a mind-blowing one. Let's keep going. Minnesota brags about 10,000 lakes. Alaska has over 3 million. That's right, 3 million lakes, many without names, untouched by humans. Visit one lake a day? It'd take you over 8,000 years to see them all. Alaska also has more than 3,000 rivers, including the Yukon, nearly 2,000 miles long. These aren't lazy streams, they're wild, powerful, and vital for wildlife and people. Rivers and lakes are the highways of the wilderness, shaping life and travel. Many communities rely on them for transport, especially when the ice melts. The water here is some of the purest on Earth. From above, Alaska is a maze of blue and green, an endless water world. Don't just picture snow. Picture millions of lakes and rivers overflowing with life. It's unmatched anywhere else. Alaska is literally overflowing with water, and the scale is mind-blowing. Who lives in all this wilderness? Often not people. Alaska has the lowest population density in the US. The state is twice the size of Texas, but only about 730,000 people live here, roughly one person per square mile. Most people cluster in a few cities, the rest is almost empty. In some areas you're more likely to see a bear or moose than another human. There are over 100,000 black bears and 30,000 brown bears, plus more caribou than people. Huge stretches of land have zero permanent residents. This emptiness lets wildlife thrive and creates a culture of self-reliance. Neighbors might be 50 miles away, so people depend on themselves and each other. It's a life of freedom and solitude you can't find in crowded states. If you crave space, Alaska is the ultimate escape. Here nature is still in charge. The scale of solitude is as epic as the land itself. Alaska, where you can truly get away from it all. Forget football, Alaska's official sport is dog mushing. The Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race covers nearly 1,000 miles of brutal wilderness. Mushers and their dogs face blizzards, sub-zero temps and wild terrain. The bond between musher and dogs is everything. They're elite athletes, not just pets. Dog sledding was once the main way to travel, deliver mail, and save lives in remote Alaska. The Iditarod honors that history and the legendary 1925 Serum Run to Nome. It's a sport that defines the Alaskan spirit, tough, resilient, and deeply connected to nature. Way more intense than you'd ever imagine. Alaska wasn't conquered or won in a war. The US bought it from Russia in 1867. The price, $7.20 million, about 2 cents an acre. At the time, people called it Seward's Folly and thought it was a frozen wasteland. They had no idea what they'd just bought. Soon after, gold, oil, timber, and fish were discovered, worth hundreds of billions. That folly became one of the best deals in history. Alaska's resources transformed the US economy, all for the price of a few pennies per acre. It's proof that sometimes the biggest risks pay off the most. A simple deal changed the map of North America forever. Alaska, the ultimate bargain. And the story only gets wilder. The tallest peak in North America? It's not in the Rockies, it's Denali, right here in Alaska. Denali stands 20,310 feet above sea level, but its base is so low it rises a sheer 18,000 feet, more than Everest's visible rise. The mountain is so massive it creates its own weather. Climbing Denali is one of the world's toughest challenges. Fierce storms, extreme cold, and thin air. Even seeing it from a distance is breathtaking. On a clear day, it's visible from 200 miles away. Denali towers over everything, a true king of mountains. It's the heart of Alaska's wilderness, and a symbol of untamed beauty. To stand before it is to feel truly small. Denali is the crown jewel of North America, and it's just one of Alaska's wonders. Imagine a state capital you can't drive to. Welcome to Juneau, Alaska. No roads connected to the outside world, it's hemmed in by mountains and ocean. Everything arrives by plane or boat, food, cars, even Amazon packages. Want a road trip? First, put your car on a ferry for days just to reach a highway. Juneau isn't alone. Dozens of Alaskan towns are off the road system. Locals rely on bush planes, boats, and snowmobiles to get around. Bush pilots are the lifeline, landing on gravel, ice, or riverbanks to deliver supplies. For many, hopping on a tiny plane is as normal as taking the bus. Alaska's vastness means you adapt or get left behind. Entire cities cut off by land, proof of Alaska's wild, untamed spirit. Here, nature always has the final say. That's a wrap. 10 facts about Alaska that barely seem real. From a coastline bigger than the country to cities you can't drive to, Alaska is a world of extremes. Which fact blew your mind? The 2-cent deal, 3 million lakes, the sun that never sets? Let us know in the comments. If you love this, hit subscribe. We've got more insane videos coming. Thanks for watching and spending time with us today. See you in the next adventure.